Jordan here from Court Coasting. Today we're talking about how you're going to mount your tent to your canopy and your cabin and not fuck things up, because we want to do it safely, but we also want to do it properly. Anyway, stay tuned. We're getting into it very shortly after this intro. All right, so let's go right to the start. We've got a ute, you've got a cabin and a tub, two separate sections. They're joined by the chassis. Now those two separate sections are exactly that, they're separate sections. But then we put a canopy on the car and then we put a rooftop tent, and suddenly those two sections have now been joined together, which we don't want, because that flexing that's supposed to naturally happen with the ute cannot happen now. So we're trying to avoid that. So what do? On my rig, I've got the roof racks on the canopy. The tent is bolted to the canopy. So there's two roof racks, there's 4 U-bolts. It connects up to the canopy. It is bolted in rigid to the canopy and essentially the tub. Now, the other half of the tent is resting on the cabin. Now, all it's resting on is this guy right here, just a piece of timber, and it is wrapped in just some marine carpet. That now sits on my Rhino rack platform, and then the rooftop tent sits on this bar. And all that's happening is those movements, those micro movements, that flexing from the tub is allowed to still occur, as the rooftop tent might need to do these movements on the cabin. We're not restricting the tent and we're not restricting the cabin by bolting the tent to the cabin. We're making sure that they stay fluid and they can stay and they have that ability to flex, but we're also making sure that it's nice and tight. So that tent sits on there and it's got that point to rest on, and it's not also scratching our Rhino rack platform, scratching our tent, and then potentially causing heat and other issues there, where we've got just this constant rubbing and then even squeaking, and it's just, we're avoiding all of that by putting in a rolling member that allows for that flexing to occur. So that pretty much sums up how that system works. It has worked. The only maintenance I do is on the carpet, because the carpet sort of does wear away after about 2 years on the road. There is a bit of wearing and holes that start to form because the tent has slowly eaten away into the carpet, but super easy fix. You cut out some carpet, you glue it in, and off you go again. So that's the maintenance involved with this kind of system, but very, very good in terms of not having to replace your car because your chassis is fucked. So I think it's a small price to pay. Anyways, hopefully this helps. Hopefully it makes sense. Hopefully it means your setup can get moving and I can catch you out there on the road. Good luck with your setup. Catch you out there.